Everybody has that one morning when everything seems to go wrong before it even starts, and you spill coffee. You're playing hide and seek with your keys on your freshly ironed shirt, and the clock just... The idea of wearing down your patience seems like a recipe for a crazy day, but what we're not just surviving the turmoil today, we're thriving in it. If I told you that there was a way to change the course of events. And the secret is that Stoicism, this age-old philosophy, is as old as time itself. Isn't about tight upper lips and stony cheeks. It's about changing every challenge into your biggest chance. So fasten your seatbelts and let's get started. How Stoic knowledge enhances life rather than merely prolonging it. Turn every coffee spill and misplaced key into a springboard for a better version of yourself. If you value our work here, thus the easiest thing you can do for us is simply, please be sure to click the subscribe button and watch the entire video. Let's get started. Every moment is intended to add value to your experience. Stoicism isn't about repressing, it's about accepting your control. Your feelings or acting as though everything is well when it's not. Rather, it's about realizing what you can control and how do you manage it, particularly when your morning appears to go out of control before you've even had an opportunity to really wake up. First things foremost, concentrate on your answers. Illustrate this situation. You're late because your alarm didn't go off. Your first response could be to go through your morning in a frenzy and carry that tension into the rest of your day. But what if you instead inhaled deeply and said that, yeah, you're falling behind, but how you manage? Here's where the beauty of Stoicism lies. The next hour is totally up to you. Stoics teach us to halt, think, and concentrate on direct. Instead of worrying about the time you've missed, you could choose to forego something less important, like a long for breakfast. Choose something quick, healthful, and portable. You could even send a quick message to let your team or anyone else know you'll be running a few minutes behind schedule, but prepared to jump right in, as soon as you get there, you can choose and control these actions. Intentionally aids in reclaiming your morning, and establishing a clear goal for the day can significantly change your perspective by asking yourself what your primary goal for the day is. It could be being composed in the face of chaos and concentrating on being effective, or this practice is about finding moments of joy even in the face of setbacks. By anchoring yourself, you actively guide your day rather than passively responding to events as they arise. The path you desire, and keep in mind that each morning offers you a fresh chance to put this into practice, such as deciding to wait patiently in traffic, concentrating on attending meetings, or choosing not to let unforeseen issues to ruin your attitude, that these decisions have the power to completely change the way you live your life. Every little choice is a step toward developing greater resilience, concentration, and yes, stoicism. So, as you approach the day ahead, keep in mind that even though you have no control over everything that happens to you, you always manage your reactions to have the ability to influence your day. It's not just about what you embrace that control, since it also affects how you think. And observe how it changes your entire life number, not just your morning. 2. A healthy dose of thankfulness. Being grateful is more than just feeling grateful when everything goes your way. It's about appreciating the positive aspects in your life, particularly when things aren't perfect, is an effective Stoic technique, since it helps you focus on things other than what's inadequate or what's gone wrong with what's already functioning effectively. This isn't about balancing your viewpoint and dismissing the negatives in order to increase emotional health and resilience. How can you put this into practice, particularly during a busy morning? Just think, when you're waiting for your coffee to brew or brushing your teeth, of 3 things for which you are thankful, such as your roof over your head, the job you'll soon have, or simply coffee. These in and of themselves don't have to be significant life-altering events. Even minor recognition can have a significant effect on your outlook and attitude. What's intriguing about this is that Stoicism requires us to be more than merely passive beneficiaries of life's setbacks, motivates us to actively look for the positive aspects of this behavior. Regularly, each morning strengthens your mental toughness against hardship and creates a mental practice of looking for and valuing the good things in life, which Stoics like Epictetus say is vital for building a resilient and contented life. Also, including thankfulness in your morning ritual creates a good vibe for the day. It's similar to setting up your thoughts to begin the day with abundance rather than lack. Challenges seem more doable and less overwhelming when one feels lucky rather than deprived. Stressful and practicing appreciation has a cascading impact that not only enhances your mental and emotional well-being, but can also improve your physical health and even improve relationships, since you radiate happiness when you're grateful, which can change how you connect with people, making you a more sympathetic friend, family member, and co-worker. Prior to rolling your eyes, number 3 is the cold splash. This technique has its roots in Stoicism, so don't write it off as just another extreme health fad. Stoic philosophers emphasize accepting discomfort as a means of fortifying the mind, yet this concept goes beyond. How does splashing cold help you wake up your body and strengthen your mental fortitude? A cold shower or splashing water on your face are related to Stoicism, since Stoicism teaches us to, because life is full of unforeseen circumstances, be ready for and tolerate discomfort. Challenges. You are effectively training when you begin your day with a purposeful act of discomfort, such as a chilly splash. It's about expecting yourself to handle any challenges the day may present with composure and calmness. Managing the unexpected without losing your composure and applying this into. You can have as easy or as rigorous a morning ritual as you like if you're new to this. So you start by splattering cold water on your face as soon as you wake up and experience a systemic shock. Your body is awakening, but your mind is awakening more profoundly. Additionally, you'll become more aware, present, and, most importantly, ready for the pressures of the day if you want to make it more exciting. Finishing your shower with a burst of this effect can be greatly increased by using cold water or even taking a full cold shower. This is more than simply physical health advantages like increased energy and circulation. It's a mental exercise by willingly selecting this little suffering as the first thing in you're teaching yourself that you can tolerate discomfort by engaging in a type of mental discipline in the morning. And so, the cold splash is a vivid way to deal with stress and hardship. Reminder that discomfort can inspire and motivate you instead of derailing you. Energize you, enhancing your concentration and mental clarity, preparing you for. This fits perfectly with a day when you're in charge of your situation rather than your circumstances. The Stoic idea of concentrating on the things you can control, such as your reactions, the 4-step streamlined to-do list for mentality and resilience. Here are some tips for incorporating Stoicism into this routine chore rather than beginning. Your day is overtaken by a never-ending list of tasks, so you focus. Finding the 3 most important things to do that will have the most influence on your day is more than just. Productivity is about setting priorities for the things you really need to do and what you can actually accomplish it by coordinating your job for the day with your overarching goals of life, which Stoics like Marcus Aurelius were especially interested in by restricting. Putting yourself through 3 key chores is an example of Stoic discipline. You're teaching yourself to ignore the distractions and concentrate on what matters most, which not only helps you manage your daily stress while also adhering to the Stoic principle of concentration. You may not be able to handle everything today if you only focus on what you can control. However, You may undoubtedly advance significantly in these three areas by incorporating this into when you sit down with your morning coffee and take a moment to think. Your morning ritual can change your life. On the three items that, if finished, would make you feel content and completed at the end of the day, record these actions. This action does more than simply establish setting the tone for a successful day and providing direction and purpose. Additionally, this habit lowers the paralysis that frequently results from having too many options. By merely defining your list, you're not always responding to things that seem important but may not. In fact, this is a vital component of Stoic thought that distinguishes. It's about perfecting the skill of balancing perceived urgency with actual priority, of perception to perceive things not merely as they appear, but as they truly are. To experience tension, and as you adjust, this is the true beauty of it. By doing this, you'll discover that your general decision-making abilities get better. You'll improve your ability to determine what is worthy of your efforts and what is not, which is a basic Stoic talent. It's not just about finishing tasks, it's also about doing them correctly, so why not begin tomorrow? Make a list of your top 3 priorities on that blank notepad and follow it. A straightforward morning routine not only helps you focus and be clear, but it also closer to leading a life that is truly Stoic, one in which serenity, clarity, and purpose. Number 5. Predominate despite a chaotic world. Avoid early distractions. In today's constantly linked society, it's very simple to begin the day with a reactionary email. The list of social media news alerts is endless, yet Stoicism teaches us the importance of concentrating on what is important and under our control. Particularly during the initial moments of our avoiding early distractions is a profoundly Stoic practice, as it's about controlling your surroundings and your thoughts by not only are you reducing stress by not checking your phone or opening emails as soon as you get up, but you're also setting a standard for the day. You're teaching yourself to value your peace of mind and tranquility, deciding what merits your focus and imagining this rather than beginning. You spend the first few minutes of your day sifting through a deluge of notifications, peaceful moments to meditate, plan your day, or just have a cup of coffee in peace. But this goes beyond simply postponing the inevitable barrage of instead. It's about telling yourself that you are in charge of your day, not your phone or email. Including this practice in your daily routine can have a big impact on your general well-being and productivity. When you begin your day with your own goals in mind, rather than responding to requests from others, develop a more proactive and deliberate mindset. This is a fundamental idea in Stoic philosophy, emphasizes living in the moment and behaving with intention rather than merely passively reacting to the environment around you. Additionally, this technique helps enhance focus and decrease sensations of stress and anxiety that are frequently made worse by sudden interaction with digital material, by creating a time lag between waking up. When interacting with the outside world, you give yourself room to make plans and fortify your determination during the day. So how can you begin putting this into practice? It's easy. Make it a rule that states you should avoid checking your phone for at least the first half of the day. Instead, utilize this time to do other things. Healthy pursuits that make your day more optimistic. Perhaps that's writing in a journal, reading a passage from a Stoic diary, or engaging in any mild exercise routines that promote your physical and mental health and ready you for whatever the day may bring. But keep in mind that the objective is not to avoid technology, but to make sensible and personal use of it by embracing. By adopting this behavior, you're adopting a Stoic mindset rather than merely avoiding distractions. A way of living that prioritizes resilience, self-control, and awareness. Your first step toward a day where you lead rather than follow is this morning routine. Number 6, delicate, is when you act without responding. One of the best ways to practice Stoicism is to incorporate mild movement into your morning routine. Mastery of your bodily condition, which primes your mind to consider. Think of it like this. By making the decision to exercise first thing in the morning, you're taking control of your day from, first of all, you're not allowing sluggishness or a lazy attitude to control your plans. Rather, you're consciously choosing to revitalize your body, cleanse your head, and create an upbeat atmosphere for the hours to come. But what does gentle movement look like? It might be as easy as a walk, a quick yoga flow, or a series of stretches, the block, or even some mild calisthenics. The important thing is to pick an doing something that makes you feel good and that awakens your body without overtaxing it, lets your body know that it's time to get up and face the day. Increasing your vitality and improving your ability to concentrate is especially Stoic, since it emphasizes self-care with self-control. Stoicism teaches us to accept what, by beginning your day with activity, you're choosing to enhance your well-being and reject anything that takes away from it. Your body and mind. It's not only about maintaining physical well-being. It's about developing a sound mind in a sound body is a strong, sturdy mind in stone. The best platform for leading a moral and satisfying life and morning. By promoting the production of endorphins, sometimes known as feel-good hormones, exercise improves your mood. These all-natural mood enhancers are an excellent method to combat any lingering drowsiness or pessimism from sleep. Assist you in feeling more alive, optimistic, and equipped to face the problems of the day to begin with. Choose a movement that you truly appreciate and can envision yourself performing as part of your routine. Here, regular consistency is more important than activity intensity. Instead, commit to this exercise every morning for a few minutes at a time. This not only turns into a routine, but also a ceremony that marks the beginning of something fresh every day that supports the Stoic idea of rebirth. And the 7th improvement is optimistic self-talk, which may seem a little pop-like psychology, but when the Stoics highlighted the power of the mind over, they were truly onto something. You can drastically change your day's conditions by deliberately selecting your words and ideas each morning. Trajectory. This is about building a foundation of strength and confidence, not just about getting yourself going. Positive self-talk that permeates every part of your day is fundamentally Stoic, since it reflects the idea that even while we may not have control over, we always have influence over our internal reactions to outside circumstances. This practice is about reaffirming your capacity to handle any situation with poise and determination. Not only are you being hopeful when you begin your day by reaffirming your strengths, but you're also developing a mental environment where challenges become chances for growth and hurdles become doable. So how do you effective practice of this starts with being aware of your inner monologue, particularly in very early hours of the day, rather than permitting a natural flow of anxieties or pessimistic forecasts to overconsciously select terms that empower and support you, such as if you have a large rather than believing that I'm not prepared. This will be a disastrous adjustment that additionally I am ready and will confidently manage this practice. It goes beyond simply repeating affirmations. It entails genuinely feeling the Stoics held that by letting words enter your consciousness, you can idea of premeditatio malorum, which includes difficulties that are not anticipated and mentally getting ready to deal with them. This can be turned into a good thing. Light, not just considering potential problems, but also confirming your own competence to efficiently manage these possible obstacles, in addition to using constructive self-talk, has been demonstrated to enhance problem-solving skills and lessen stress and anxiety under pressure, and strengthen the character traits of resilience that are highly regarded in Stoic philosophy. By reaffirming your readiness, strength, and knowledge at the start of each day, you atone that employs a more grounded and focused approach to integrate this while navigating the day's challenges. Include a moment each day to stand in front of the mirror as part of your morning ritual. And make eye contact with yourself. Breathe and say your affirmations aloud. Pay close attention to what you're saying, and this action can change the way you consider yourself and your abilities throughout the day, keeping in mind the objective of. This approach is not meant to downplay the existence of possible challenges, but rather to affirm your ability to approach problems with initiative and optimism. So adopt this Stoic practice every morning and observe how your days start to take shape. Greater resilience, self-assurance, and strength. Number 8. Conscious. Although breathing may appear to be an automatic process, you don't give it any thought. Considering making it a conscious habit every morning can significantly ground your day in Stoicism. Stoicism in philosophy is more than only being resilient in the face of hardship. It's also about keeping a calm, clear mind despite outside conditions. And that's precisely what deep breathing or aware breathing is meant to foster. Deep, mindful breathing is an easy-to-use yet effective technique that is ideal for Stoic values by assisting you in regaining mental and emotional self-control. Anxieties and demands might cloud your judgment when you wake up, creating a tone of tension and reactivity. But by dedicating a short period of time each morning to your breathing, you can promote calmness and presence by resetting your mental state. The way it works is that you focus on taking deep, regular breaths, which engages your body's parasympathetic nervous system, is what allows you to unwind. And tranquility, which not only lowers stress hormones and your heart rate, but also helps you declutter your thoughts so that you can face the day with a calm and collected attitude. It's about establishing a moment of calm in the middle of the mayhem, when you're not worried and are actually in the moment. Find a peaceful area, first thing in the morning, to practice thinking about the past or the future. Sit comfortably in the morning, close your eyes, and take a slow breath through your count to 4, while your nose tries to fill your lungs entirely. Hold that breath for 4 more counts, then release it gradually through your repeat this pattern for a few minutes while you attempt to clean your mouth for 4 counts. Your mind of straying ideas, concentrating just on breathing when the mind wanders, it will instinctively return with gentle guidance and no condemnation. This particular Stoic way of beginning the day supports among the core tenets of Stoicism is the significance of living in the moment and the here and now. Marcus Aurelius wrote a lot on controlling what you can about the value of withdrawing into oneself and discovering tranquility, which is precisely what you are doing. Furthermore, this practice of mindful breathing isn't only good for it can improve digestion and other physical and mental health issues, and strengthening your immune system, both of which are excellent ways to begin the day. The 9th habit is to take stock of your development. Take a moment every morning to recognize and value your accomplishments, no matter how minor. Stoicism doesn't simply commemorate the significant triumphs. It also acknowledges the significance of the gradual actions that result in those successes. By beginning each day with a thinking back on your accomplishments, not only improves your mood, but also reaffirms your dedication to ongoing. A fundamental tenet of Stoicism is self-improvement. Considering one's progress every morning is the Stoics' purposeful act of emphasizing development over perfection. Seneca, in particular, frequently discussed the usefulness of self-assessment as a technique in her writing. They felt that in order to grow morally and personally, by looking at our behaviors and results that more closely reflect our values and eventually lead more satisfying lives, by encouraging you to think about more than simply what. Here are some ways that your successes are helping you become the person you want to be. You can incorporate this into your daily routine by taking a few quiet moments to reflect before beginning the day's responsibilities. Regarding your accomplishments from the previous day, perhaps you managed a challenging circumstance, made strides toward a personal goal, or advanced a long-term project. With grace, objective, acknowledge and value these efforts, and if it helps, record them in writing. You see things more clearly. This is about realizing the impact of your actions, not about boosting your ego. When decisions, thinking back on your development has many advantages. It creates a pleasant atmosphere, reminding you for the day that you are strong and capable of pushing forward, even if it's taking even a tiny step every day can be especially inspiring in the mornings when you're feeling stuck or overpowered by the obstacles that lie ahead. It helps to keep in mind that improvement frequently occurs in waves and that recognizing even the slightest advancement can motivate additional work. Furthermore, by reiterating the concept, this exercise fortifies your Stoic mindset, that the decisions you make on a daily basis shape your own destiny and character and deeds. It is entirely consistent with the philosophy and the Stoic emphasis on agency, that living according to one's virtues is the path to ultimate fulfillment, thus that, when you think back on your accomplishments, take into account the traits and advantages that these accomplishments show, that you're growing more resilient, patient, and focused. Do these characteristics make your life better? This reflection not only inspires you, but also helps you better grasp who you are, and your making Stoic practice a part of your everyday routine benefits. You keep an open mind about your journey and acknowledge all sorts of professional advancement, since it serves as a reminder that each day is a chance to learn from the past, build on it, and get closer. Number 10. See obstacles as opportunities to become your best self. Chances. This Stoic attitude is embodied in the idea that the phrase obstacle was made popular by the Roman emperor and Stoic Marcus Aurelius, a philosopher, maintained that we should accept our challenges rather than try to avoid them. They help us develop our character and improve our capacity to handle the challenges of life. Instead of fearing possible issues when you wake up every morning, prepare for them with a mindset focused on a change in viewpoint is the first step towards learning and developing this habit. Take a moment every morning to consider the difficulties you may encounter over the day. Instead of viewing them as interruptions or dangers, consider what you may learn and how this can empower me. This doesn't imply that you anticipate issues, but when they do occur, you consider them from the perspective of opportunity. For instance, if you expect a challenging encounter at work, consider it an opportunity to improve your ability to communicate, or if you're dealing with think of a personal setback as a chance to reassess and adjust your course. Going forward, this change in perspective is incredibly empowering because it indicates that you are actively determining how you will respond to obstacles rather than being at the mercy of your circumstances. Taking chances also entail accepting discomfort, a notion that Stoics advocate. Significant suffering is not only an inevitable aspect of life, but also a useful teacher by confronting challenges head-on and moving outside of your comfort zone. You gain adaptability and resilience, which are essential for personal growth and fulfillment. Additionally, this habit fosters a proactive approach instead of a reactive one. Approaching life's uncertainties every day, you're not just prepared to handle with difficulties yet willing to draw strength and insight from them, which is consistent with the Stoic ideal of leading an existence in which every event, whether positive or negative, advances a greater goal, ongoing development into a more knowledgeable and competent person. So as you every morning, keep in mind that any difficulties you may encounter are not only roadblocks, but also opportunities for growth. Difficulty provides an opportunity to show bravery, tenacity, and flexibility by developing this mentality. You not only persevere through life's hardships, but also thrive as a result of them. Keep in mind, every moment is a lesson in growing stronger and more resilient, and challenge is a teacher. Hi, I appreciate you being here today and participating in the Stoic Journal. Don't forget to visit one of the recommended films that appear on your screen to learn more about how Stoicism may change your life. Be resilient, remain stoic, and I'll see you later.